Hi everybody, Rob Rossi, Jonathan Mumboli. We're out here for the Pittsburgh Tribune Review in San Jose covering the Stanley Cup Final. Jonathan, a 3-2 overtime loss for the Penguins tonight. Wow, it was another frantic one.
Well, obviously, if it's 3-0 Penguins after this game, we're all planning a parade. But
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, now that it's not, now that it's 2-1, what do you think that changes about this series?
Well, I think all it does is it puts the Penguins in a position where they have to shore up their game. But, I mean, really, you came here wanting to get a split, right? And you can still get a split. Very unlikely that you'll see as much desperation as you saw from the Sharks tonight. But I thought the Penguins were a pretty desperate team. I thought they did a lot of things well. What concerns me about the series is this. They are getting high shot volumes on Martin Jones.
Mm-hmm.
They are not beating him with a lot of shots. And I thought coming into this series, it might be determined by whether or not Jones could hold up against those shot volumes, because he hadn't faced a lot of shots through the Western Conference portion of the playoffs. He's facing them now. I think we'll start to see in Game 4. Is it going to be a case of the Penguins finally getting to him, or is he just slowly imprinting this series? And here's the concern I have. Evgeny Malkin, 2 shots. Sidney Crosby, I think 4. I don't notice their shots. That's a problem. I think they got to start going to the dirty areas, start getting some of those grimy goals. That's how they're going to put one in.
I thought that Jones, after he gave up the first goal, there was a chance that he might start to get shaky. I mean, that's a 60-foot fadeaway by Ben Lovejoy.
Yeah.
He could have folded there. He didn't. That's a significant development, I think, for Jones. But also,
let me ask you real quick
sure.
about Jones too. I thought the Penguins, if they'd have kept the puck at his feet, were better off in this game. They seem to be trying to go high, much like the Sharks are doing with Matt Murray. But I thought when you put the puck at Jones's feet early, he looked easily rattled by that, and they got away from doing that.
Well, they had success with that in the first round against Henrik Lundqvist. Maybe it's time to go back to it. Let me ask you about the goaltending at the other end. I think people are going to be talking a lot about Matt Murray tonight, especially the Joel Ward goal that he gave up. What did you think of that? I mean, how much do you think that impacted the outcome of this game?
Well, I don't think the Sharks are in the Stanley Cup Final anymore. I mean, they're down 3-0 if that goal doesn't get scored. It's a bad goal. I had more of a problem with the play preceding it. The Penguins kill what I thought was the signature penalty kill of the season.
Sure, 4 minutes.
And then Chris Letang, instead of making the smart play and just dumping the puck in, Sidney Crosby, instead of doing the smart thing, which is being defensively responsible, they chase a chance. That's what Mike Sullivan doesn't want them to do, right? You almost wonder if they deserve to get burned, because at that point, you need your veteran guys to do the smart thing. They've played in a lot of Stanley Cup Final games, Jonathan. They need to be better than that.
Yeah, if it makes any difference, Crosby after the game said, in hindsight, probably the smart play is dumping it.
I'm not worried about Murray because he's just shown so much resolve. And I'm not worried about the Penguins because of the same thing. But I will warn people, because a lot of people were writing the Sharks off. And I even thought there were some times, even in this game, where the Penguins doing what they want to do, the Sharks don't have an answer. We're talking about 3-1 goal games here. So the idea that this series could turn, it's not that unforeseen. This is a big, big game on Monday night, because obviously it can be a 3-1 series. But I think the Penguins have to get back to imposing themselves on the Sharks more. They didn't do that enough after the first 10 minutes.
All right. For Rob Rossi, I'm Jonathan Mumboli. Thanks for joining us.